There's lots of interesting buildings and homes around town. What can you tell me about 2114 Austin Avenue?
2114 is relatively early house for Austin Avenue. The overall appearance of the building is what I refer to in the book as an American Foursquare. Essentially, it's sort of given away by the fact that the footprint of the building is squarish. There's a hipped roof that's somewhat close to being a pyramid, if not exactly a pyramid. It's a very substantial example of that form. Waco does have a pretty fair number of American Foursquares. 2114 Austin Avenue was originally built for Alan Sanford, and he was the general attorney for the Amicable Life Insurance Company. And that was at a point where they were about to build their building, what we now know and love as the Alico building. And Sanford had earlier been a mayor of Waco. So he was a pretty prominent person in Waco society. Interestingly enough, he didn't stay that long in the house. It was finished around 1912, 1913, something along those lines. By 1917, it was owned by Edward C. Barrett, who was a vice president at the Cooper Grocery Company. Again, being a vice president at a major company like that puts a house like that in pretty elite company. The fact that it's on Austin Avenue, that was a pretty distinguished address in addition to that. And having people like Madison Cooper living and the McClendon family starting in the house at 1810, but they end up building further up the avenue as well. Austin Avenue really has been an elite address in Waco for a very long time. The next door neighbor was Pat Neff, who had been governor of Texas, and also at the time he was living next to 2114 was the president of Baylor University. So he's a very important person in Waco history and in Texas history.